There's still a massive law enforcement presence at the house right now, Jesse. There were already a ton of deputies and SWAT vehicles. And then, as you mentioned, we saw just a huge contingent of FBI agents arrive, at least 10 cars, and what looked like sort of an evidence unit that arrived maybe a half an hour ago. I'll step out of the way and show you. This is as close as we can get right now. You can't really see down the street where all the activity is. That deputy that you see there in the distance is blocking the street, but it's about 5 or 6 houses down where we know this SWAT operation happened, and where I'm told there is also a search warrant that is being executed right now. What I am being told is that when they went to this house initially, they pulled out a man and a woman, possibly a mother and a son, I'm being told. They came out willingly. So there was no need for any sort of force or flashbangs. It was very, very quiet. We were right down the street when it happened, and we didn't hear pretty much anything. It was quiet because they came out willingly, I am told, and were detained. And at the same time, interestingly, there was another male detained not far from here during a traffic stop that I am told is related. Whether that person also lives in the house, that's what I'm hearing. I haven't been able to fully confirm that yet, but there was another man detained in a traffic stop close by, and I'm told that person was going to get food and it happened near a Culver's restaurant where that person was detained. How all of this connects back to the Nancy Guthrie investigation, we don't know, but we do know that this is part of the Nancy Guthrie investigation, and it is somehow connected. They're questioning these people right now. Is this going to turn into something, or is this going to be similar to what we saw several nights ago near the Mexico border when that other man, Carlos, was detained, and then they ended up letting him go? We just don't know at this point, Jesse.
And you were told that this operation is going to last quite a while. I mean, what can we expect tomorrow with this?
Yeah, I mean, based on what I'm seeing, I don't get the sense that anybody's going to be leaving anytime soon. And when we were inside the perimeter closer, when we finally got kicked out, they came up to us and said, you know, you guys have to go, and we're going to be here pretty much. And I said, how long? And he goes, pretty much all night, which is sort of the sense that I'm getting too, that they're at least going to be there for several hours longer, especially since we just saw all of those additional FBI teams roll in.
Collecting, processing evidence, maybe doing interviews of neighbors. I mean, we played an interview that was you guys did on the ground with someone there. I have to tell you, Brian, I'm wondering what's leading them there. Today was a very interesting day when they talk about the collection of DNA. And I'll just go back to that for a second. I mean, you've been covering this from the beginning. Do you think there was something that led them there, whether it's the surveillance footage, whether it's the, you know, the idea of collecting DNA, the gloves? Now there's been potential identifications of the clothing worn by the suspect. What's your gut telling you about what might have led them there? Because it seemed like, my guests have been saying, it looks like they were under surveillance for a little bit.
Yeah, it's my understanding that someone in the home was under surveillance, and I was getting, you know, indications from my sources really starting in the late afternoon that something might be going down tonight. And then we reported when the SWAT team was staging. They staged at 2 different locations that we were at. They were all gathering together, and you got the sense that they were getting ready to do something. Granted, we've seen them do that other nights, and nothing has transpired, so we weren't really sure which way it was going to go tonight. And then, lo and behold, they staged at one location. They moved to a different location very close to the house, and then they moved in on the house pretty much at the same time that we know they moved in on that traffic stop, Jesse. Whether it has anything to do with the announcement by the sheriff that DNA was found inside the home, my sense is it doesn't. That this was someone who is probably already on their radar and under surveillance, but we're just going to have to wait and see.
Any idea of identities of these people?
No, we don't have names. We don't have identities. We don't, you know, looks like there's someone else coming out here. So let me step out of the way. You can see who this is. But we do not, looks like this is maybe one of the SWAT units now leaving, Jesse. They've been there for a long time. I actually thought maybe these SWAT units would have left earlier once everything sort of calmed down. But yeah, this is what we saw roll in earlier. There were 2 of these, and that's how we knew that it was serious when you see these SWAT guys and everybody inside had their armor and they weren't taking any chances earlier, but now they're starting to roll out, Jesse.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.